Oh my goodness, I'm so stoked to tell you guys about this snowboard. Hey everybody, my name is Dave Hirschberg. I am the East Coast rep for Donek Snowboards and the head competition snowboard coach up at Chunder Mountain. And I'm so psyched to tell you about this snowboard called the Donek Sabbath. I had an idea in my head probably for 3 or 4 years about really wanting to create a snowboard that was specifically designed for the East Coast rider, for the East Coast conditions, icy snow, chundery snow, choppy snow, narrow trails, tight trees, basically anything that the East Coast could kind of throw at us. I wanted to have a board that could perform well in all of those conditions, hold an edge on boilerplate, but still be able to be nimble enough to take in those tight trees and bumps and narrow trails. And man, Donek knocked it out of the park with this board. This board handles and performs so much further beyond what I even expected or envisioned it to do. It's my favorite snowboard I've ever ridden. Growing up in New York and New Jersey, learning how to ride in New Jersey, in upstate New York, there's a certain attitude that kind of exists in this part of the country, right? Actually, I think you need a little bit of that attitude to really be able to handle some of the conditions that the ice coast throws at you, right? I really wanted this board to be able to handle those conditions, but reflect that, New Jersey attitude, that aggression, that emotion, that passion. But that wasn't it. It had to be able to perform. Yeah, you can throw all the aggression and power and just metal into the board as hard as you want, but it still had to be playful and nimble enough to be able to throw around and to take into tight trees and to take into tight bumps and super narrow trails. But then again, when it's time to turn up the volume and throw the horns up and, make the mountain bleed. Oh my God, this board just slays the hill. This board right here is the prototype that I had made for me last season. The ones that are coming out now, we changed the tip and the tail a little bit just to give it a little bit more personality, make it a little bit more, like, this is by far the most, oh my God, the most fun snowboard I've ever ridden, ever. And I could not be more excited, more proud, more stoked to say that it is now available. It is online, donek.com. You can order your Sabbath right now. Go check it out, man. Donek Sabbath. New Jersey attitude. Metal as f***.